closed my eyes and found a place that felt like something known. Not quite a memory I had, but something I had grown. The light was soft and spoken tones that didn't need a name. And everything was shifting, yet everything the same. The air was filled with quiet thought, like words before they form, like meaning waiting patiently inside a gentle storm. I moved, but movement wasn't quite the way it is awake. It felt like being carried by a choice I didn't make. What if I don't wanna leave it? What if this is something true? What if waking is just distance from a world that feels like you? Let me stay a little longer in the space between the seams, where the edges turn to color and the logic flows like dreams. If I lose the line that splits it, if I blur what I have known, maybe I am not escaping, maybe I am going home. I walk through conversations that I never got to say. They answered back in ways that felt more honest than the day. Every version of myself was kinder than before, like something in the dreaming mind was opening a door. I heard a voice that sounded like the calm I never keep. It didn't feel like someone else, it felt like something deep. It said, you're always searching for a place you understand, but understanding sometimes isn't something you can plan. What if clarity is softer? What if truth is not so tight? What if meaning only happens when you loosen up your side? Let me stay a little longer in the space between the seams, where the edges turn to color and the logic flows like dreams. If I lose the line that splits it, if I blur what I have known, maybe I am not escaping, maybe I am going home. They say the world is solid, that it holds and doesn't bend, but I have felt it shifting when the waking starts to end. I've seen a second stretch itself into a quiet year, and felt a lifetime pass me by without a trace of fear. Maybe time is just a language that the mind has learned to speak, and dreams are just the grammar when that language turns to leak. Maybe what we call reality is just the strongest thread, but not the only pattern that can form inside the head. I found a door that opened to a room I used to know, except the walls were breathing and the floor began to glow. The past was not behind me, it was moving at my side, and everything I thought I lost was somewhere still alive. I reached to hold a moment and it didn't disappear. It settled into presence like it always had been here. And for a while I stopped the need to measure what was real, and let the moment justify the way it made me feel. Let me stay a little longer in the space between the seams, where the edges turn to color and the logic flows like dreams. If reality can fade this way and still feel so complete, maybe truth is not a boundary, maybe truth is what we meet. So if I wake, I'll take with me the softness that I found, the sense that there are meanings that don't need to be pinned down. And maybe I'll remember when the daylight feels too strong, that somewhere just beneath it, this other world goes on.